the day I have been waiting on since the trade deadline. Since James Harden got traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. I've been waiting to see him and Kevin Durant go at it. Now, mind you, these were guys that played with each other when they were in Oklahoma City. James Harden turned down a $200+ million contract to go to Brooklyn and win a championship with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, but won it out over a year and a half later, which is mind-blowing to me. He turned down all that money, and now he wants out. He's in Philly with Joel Embiid, a good dynamic duo. And March 10th comes around. Of course, Ben Simmons get booed. I'm not surprised about that at all. I'm ready to see Ben Simmons back in action and see what he can actually do. But tonight, the Brooklyn Nets showed us that they can actually play defense when they need to play defense. James Harden is one of the greatest all-time scorers we ever seen in our lives. Well, I seen in my life. James Harden is up there with the greats when it comes to scoring in basketball. And I know right now he's struggling with scoring in basketball because in Brooklyn he really didn't want to be there. But James Harden can still score when he wants to score. In a discussion, easily. But Kyrie Irving and many other Brooklyn Nets, they stepped up tonight. Mainly, my eyes, seeing Kyrie Irving actually take on James Harden, take the task and say, hey, I'm guarding James Harden. Not Bruce Brown, not Kevin Durant, nobody else. I'm a guard James Harden. I'm a guard. And I'm not saying that Kyrie Irving shut James Harden down to 11 points by himself. Of course, it was a great team effort, great rotation by the Brooklyn Nets, and all that good stuff. It was good. Hey, kudos to the Brooklyn Nets. They did amazing tonight, amazing on defense. But Kyrie Irving stepped up and said, hey, I'm a guard, James Harden. I'm a guard. Okay? I'm not worried about nobody else. I'm a guard. Joel Embiid and Kevin Durant, how they just get after it and just bicker between one another. You know, these screaming matches. Ain't nobody really going to fight in the NBA. We know that 100%. Fact, nobody will fight and risk all that money. It's stupid. But to let them get face-to-face, not get a tick, was an amazing thing to see by the refs. Because a lot of people say the NBA is soft. I do not believe the NBA is soft. I believe that refs make the NBA soft because of the calls that they call, but not the players in general. The players in general are not soft. The calls that are made are soft. For example, Cade Cunningham, he did a dunk, reverse dunk, screamed to somebody here, got a tick. Wow, why would you give somebody a tick for that? But seeing that they did not let that happen between Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid, that was a great thing to see. I'm ready to see this playoff matchup. I'm ready to see Ben Simmons back in action. If Ben Simmons can actually be healthy and be good, be just a glimpse of what we saw before he took this hiatus and said, Philly, I'm not playing. If he can be just as good as that, and they will find some way to make the offense work. I'm sure Steve Nash, he has a great mind, a great basketball mind, especially a great offensive mind to make this work with Ben Simmons. They can fit him somewhere and make things happen. But tonight, they showed that they cared about Ben Simmons going into this game. This was a big game, in my opinion, for the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets had to make a statement going in Philadelphia, telling Ben Simmons, hey, we got your back, and they showed it by their play, 29-point win. What else can you say? You want a teammate in a team that has your back. It seems like they had Ben Simmons back by this game. They knew it was a big game. Ben Simmons came to the game, actually, got booed and all that stuff. But for them to win by 29 points and have the Philadelphia arena quiet, oh man, that was something else. That was something else. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Will this be a playoff matchup we will see, and who will win in this playoff matchup? Because you have James Harden, one of the greatest scorers of all time. You have Joel Embiid. I mean, James Harden, look at James Harden. He's top 3 in three-pointers made. Of course, he takes like 12 a game. Well, not really, not no more. When he was in Houston, he was taking a lot of threes, 10, 11 threes per game. And you have one of the best big men, Joel Embiid, in the league. Of course, this team can make things work. I don't see them shutting down James Harden, making him to non-effect at all. I'm talking about 11 points. And this is what a lot of people are scared of. I hear people talking, and you hear people on TV, you hear people on social media talking and saying that James Harden, he doesn't have the ability to actually lead a team or get a team to the NBA Finals by himself. We seen him try to do it with Dwight. It didn't work. We seen him try to do it with Chris Paul. It didn't work. See him try to do it with Russ. It didn't work. You see him try to do it with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. It didn't work. Of course, a lot of things played into that with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. So now they're saying, can he do it with Joel Embiid? And after tonight, a lot of people are saying, hey, this is how the playoffs is going to look for Philadelphia. They will neutralize Harden and make Joel beat them by himself. But even Andre Drummond, good defense on Joel Embiid. Those strips, those double teams that they were planting on Joel Embiid, it was amazing. It was good. It was just a good overall game by the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm ready to see this playoff matchup. I want to see this playoff matchup. I want to see Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid go at it head to head, mano a mano. And I want to see that so bad. And you add a Ben Simmons who hates Philly and Philly hates him. And you got him in Philly playing. But the main thing about this, will Kyrie Irving be able to play home games? That is the big deal that I'm worried about. Because if Kyrie is there, this team is a championship team. I don't care what seed they are in, 8th, 9th, 10th. I don't care. If Kyrie Irving is healthy and I don't know if he will get the bang bang. I don't see that happening. But if they lift the mandate in New York and allow Kyrie to play home games, I'm telling you, this will be a difficult team to beat. But because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving gel so well together when they're playing together. They gel so well. They work so well together. And you add Ben Simmons. Now, can Ben Simmons be put into this offense to actually make things work? How will he fit in all this? That is the big question. But tonight, to go in a hostile arena, play for your teammate Ben Simmons, win by 30. Every starter for the Brooklyn Nets were a plus 26, I think, or better. To put on a statement like that, to give a game like that, to have a great game like that in Philly, hold James Harden to 11. The lowest plus minus for the starters for Philadelphia was 23, was a minus 23. That's what type of defense, that's what type of impact that the Brooklyn Nets had this game. So kudos to Brooklyn. It was a great game. It was good to see.